everything that has happened has been leading up to this moment, and we get a lot of resolutions. We get a lot of, this is the end of this journey, or this, everything is out in the open, and there's a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of love.
Yeah.
And it's basically what you've seen for the last 6-ish months on screen.
All sort of coming to a culmination, like explosive, like
this point.
Just this sort of explosive.
Huh? Did you get explosions?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh yeah. But like, you know, sort of like it all comes. Yeah, as you say, it all comes together in this sort of like huge bit, and as you say, it's everything that's been going on in our storylines, and then culminating. Yeah, there's a real buzz on set, because I mean, like these scripts with the Graham storyline. I mean, Mark was saying earlier, it is just a real page turner. Like the scripts are genuinely really, really good, and like it's so exciting to be a part of like this storyline as a whole, and the aftermath and the beforehand with Christmas and stuff. It's really cool. Like I was properly reading it, like, oh my god, then that happens. So I think the audience are going to be really excited when it all comes on screen.
Absolutely. So each character or each pair gets their own standalone episode. Each suspect gets their own standalone episode. And when we found that out, we get sent the scripts, and everybody's involved in each one. And I literally couldn't put them down, and I read them more or less in the dark by a little fire, like I was sort of a stereotypical horror movie to myself. And I genuinely struggled to go to sleep that night, because they're really chilling. And what's amazing about them is every single person, you believe they could be the killer, and they have a motive that is strong enough to lead you to that point of actually, whether or not it's accidental, whether or not it's on purpose, whether or not it's with malice or out of passion, every single person can get to that stage of being like, I'm going to do this person in. So that's really good.
For Jamie, and this is sort of, I guess, encompassing Andrea as well, in that on Christmas Day, Graham comes in and sort of sets off this, like, the trigger for this massive sort of
fallout.
Yeah, thank you. Of like the story that's been going on. So pulls into question Millie, obviously his daughter, their relationship.
Marriage.
Exactly. And it makes everything. Help me out. I've lost words. You know, you just like lose words entirely, and that's what's happened. I've had a sort of what they call a brain fart.
It makes everything critical. It makes everything get to the point where things have to be done.
Yeah.
And that is enough motive for both of them.
Yeah.
Andrea's obviously been keeping things a secret.
Yeah.
She's I don't see her as a liar, I see her as a survivalist, and she's doing what she needs to do, and everything is real. She loves her husband, she loves her family, she loves her life at this point, because she's got everything she's ever wanted, but she knows that there's all these little things. And also, it's that thing of when everything's laid bare, and then you're trying to recover, and then when something else adds on top of that, is that enough spark to go out and to get rid of somebody?
Yeah.
So that is enough motive for Andrea, because she's got to the point where everything is out in the open, and that's it. You've laid me bare. She's vulnerable as anything, and things are starting slowly to get better, and then somebody sticks a knife in. Not literally. Or do they?
Oh, I think it's just a really exciting storyline. Like, it's a real, like, you don't have to know the background necessarily of what's going on. You can sort of take each character and each suspect as their sort of own thing. Obviously you want a little bit of background, but it's entirely almost self-preserved, these like series of episodes. And I think as an audience member coming in, having not seen any of the other episodes or characters, like, you can fully appreciate it for what it is.
And if you're a bit of a geek like me, and you love technology, and how things are produced, and you love it when, even if you don't watch soaps, but it's high octane, dramatic stuff, and the way it's going to be shot, from the costume to the lighting to flashbacks to everything. I genuinely got so excited reading the scripts, because it's actually slightly different. It turns what we know as a soap on its head, and it's drama. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah, I do love the idea of having the episode blocked out.
Each one.
Like, it's going really good.
Yeah.
So like, what's your favourite thing about working with the show then? Like with the cast, or is it like?
Well, I mean, like for me coming in, and obviously I found a friend in Anna as well. But I think like first of all, initially coming in, it's just such a welcoming environment. I know everyone says that, and it feels like a real cop out of an answer, but it's just not, because it's so true. And like for me, I can't speak for myself, but for me coming in with Claire and working with Zoe Hendry as well a lot, and Andrew, it was from the off. I felt like I was sort of taken in as one of the gang,
and with really talented people.
Well, exactly, yeah, hugely. Yeah, it was just lovely environment to work in. Truly, cast, crew, everyone that all works together, and it's just a really big family, isn't it?
I think what I love the most is you said about the cast, but from runners to every single person in that building, it feels like you're all in it together. So if you have a bad day, everyone groups together and everyone's like, you can do it. Like the motivation within the building is amazing, and everybody wants the show, everyone's experience, everyone's days to go well, and so but you don't get that all the time. So, and also the lack of egos. There's people that have been on the show for 20 years, and they make you feel like they're a newbie as well, and that's genuinely how people make you feel, and that's having done bits of TV before. It's not always like that, and that's really nice.